which would be comparable to anybody's tent. So
let's pop that open just so we can see.
Yeah.
Just take the bag and pull.
So this would be a hammock setup for cold weather. If you were starting an AT through hike, you would have to have a down comforter under your hammock just like this to keep you warm. If not, just cold air is going to be coming up under your back. You're not going to be very happy.
That's at 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Without the hammock, you're only good to 50.
Exactly, yeah. Without
with it, you're good to 20.
Okay. With this, yeah, you can go down to a lot cooler temperatures with that down quilt under the hammock there.
And that's the sleeping bag.
And sleeping bag. Let's see what kind you got in here. Alright, so this is a Montbell synthetic bag, and it's a good bag. There are lighter options out there. Your lighter option would be going with a goose down sleeping bag. Now for a through hike, I recommend carrying a 20-degree bag. It's good for pretty much the whole trip. In the middle of the summer, in the middle of the spring when you're starting, in the fall when you're finishing, 20-degree bag is a pretty good general degree bag to have.
In the summer, it's not uncomfortable?
In the summer, you just kind of use it as a blanket. You just keep it unzipped and just kind of drape it over you. If it gets cold at night, you can zip it up.
So what's the warmest that you can sleep in that bag comfortably at night?
Well, if I layer up with my down coat on, this is my Montbell down coat here. If I wear this, my Capilene top and bottom there, could probably get down to probably 10 degrees in that bag if your bag is true to rating.
So you wear pretty much all the clothes you got and then get in the bag?
Yeah, if it's going to be cold, yeah. But normally, if it's not going to be cold, I'll just wear my top and my Capilene 3 tops and bottoms. If it's going to be a cold night, then I'll break out the down coat too. That'll make it significantly warmer. And then also wearing a sock cap while you're sleeping also helps keep the head nice and toasty, where all your heat's going to escape.
One issue is the bags themselves.
Yeah, now you look here, his poles here, these are for his hammock. Those weigh a little bit there, so if you go with a tarp, you can set it up with just your trekking poles.
So your shelter is just a tarp, no tent?
This would be my shelter setup. I got my Tyvek as a floor. Then I have the tarp here as the tent itself. And then the center pole in it is my trekking pole that sets up there. And now for my tent stakes, I use titanium tent stakes. They're about $20 for a set of 6 of them, but they save you probably a ½ ounce on each stake. You save about a ½ ounce. And as long as you can not lose them, they're great. They paint them orange now, so you don't lose them there. But that's my setup there. Tyvek floor.
The tarp and the floor, how much do you think that weighs together?
A pound maybe. A pound for both
so
of them.
that's a lot of difference then.
Yeah.
Is my hammock against your tarp?
You save on bulk. You also save on weight.
But you do sleep on the floor.
You do sleep on the ground. Yep, you do sleep on the ground. Critters can crawl in there with you at night. Now on the PCT, when I got up into Northern California, the mosquitoes got pretty bad, and I actually used a bug net over my head that came down to my neck here, and that would keep the mosquitoes off of my head at night. So one disadvantage to not having floor and bug net is that the mosquitoes are going to come in there with you. They'll be buzzing around your head all night.
What time of year was that?
That was June, I would say. Okay. Yep, that was June when I was.
And you sleep with a pad? What pad do you use?
Pad, yes. I use the ProLite 3 3/4 length Thermarest. It's just a self-inflating pad. The lighter option would be going with a foam pad, closed cell foam, like the Ridge Rest or the Z-Lite. But I personally can't sleep on those. I have to have some padding between my hip and the ground. I just don't sleep good on those.
That's pretty comfortable.
So, and these are also not as bulky as the big foam pad. So you save on bulkiness there going with this as well. My headlamp, I carry the Petzl Zipka, and I've done 2 through hikes with this guy. I like it a lot. It's done well. Super lightweight on that. Takes 3 AAA batteries. Camp shoes. One way to keep from carrying Crocs would be to make your own insole flip-flops. And all I did was take the insoles out of my old shoes, a piece of paracord there as the thong on the flip-flop, and on the back side I used the tab off of a soda can there.
Oh my goodness.
To keep it from